Welcome to 4305, Mind, Brain, and Intelligence. I'm going to give you a little overview of eCourseware so you can get started without any problems. So follow along as I type into the browser here. I'm going to type in elearn.memphis.edu. And this is basically the entry point for the course and for all your online courses. So you log in with your email, username, and password, which I will do now. Now for me this is going to look a little bit different because there's a different view for faculty. So let me tweak this a second. You can see here's the course here for me. I've got a list here of every course that I've ever taught. So you will not have that. You'll probably only have your current courses. I'm going to change my role so you see what I see. Okay, so this is the home page for the course. So this is me over here. Right here you have the news section, and the news section gives you kind of a general overview of the various pieces of eCourseware. I'm going to run through these really quickly. This is kind of a reminder of some information that's in the syllabus. It's kind of crystallized and summarized here, but whenever you're looking for more details, you should go check out the syllabus. Okay, so basically anything you can do in the class, you can do through eCourseware. For this particular class, there are really three areas that you want to pay attention to. One is content, and you can see the content right here. Okay. One is Dropbox. Here's the Dropbox. And the other is discussions. Okay. The reason that these are important is because this is essentially a discussion-based class. So we're going to be reading various papers, articles, book chapters, and then we're going to discuss them. So discussions has a really big role here. Okay. So all of the readings and all the content is here under content. So I'm going to select that. And you can see here that this is all of the content for the class. Okay. The content is divided up into logical units. So here you can see there's the first module, which is the introduction. It has objectives for the introduction. Here's the syllabus. Here's the first reading. Here's a link to tell us about yourself. So this will link to a discussion forum, and this is just a way for me to understand what your background is and what you would like to get out of the class, and for you to also know those things about other students in the class. And here's just a fun link for simulation of cognitive science fields. So this module happens to be the things that we will cover in the first day of class. If you go down to the next module, it's a little bit nested. So basic models here expands to computational models, rules, concepts, vehicles, and mental models. So each one of these is one day's worth of reading. Okay, so here are two readings, and here are some fun links. Okay, so usually, and I guess I should say always actually, it's whatever the next module is, that's what we're going to cover that day. If you ever get confused about what we're supposed to cover on what day, you can check out the syllabus, because the syllabus has a schedule in it. I've also created a schedule up here, and you can see what the various, now let's see, we're in November, but you can see various due dates for things, right? So that just kind of gives you an idea of what's going on there. Alright, so the way that we're going to work through this is each day in the schedule, we're going to have some of these assigned readings. There's a certain due date by which everyone's going to reply with an initial response to those readings, and then one person is assigned to present. So they're going to summarize the reading and everyone's initial response, and then we're going to have a general discussion. So what am I talking about? That's a little bit too crazy. What's going on? So let's click on this reading right here. So I click on that. It is going to pop up a PDF of that reading. And there it is. So you can see we can read the PDF in here, right? When you're done and you want to have your initial response, you can click on this button right here, and you can see it says Open Discussions for this topic in any window. So I'm going to click on that. And look right here, it says Syllabus and Introduction, so you know you're in the right discussion forum. And you would click on this to compose a message. Okay? So that's the basic idea. So let's back up a little bit here. I'll close this. Let me go to discussions. So discussions summarizes the process that I just mentioned in a little bit more detail. This is also in the syllabus. So step 1 is your initial response, and this explains what I mean by response, or responding to the reading. Step 2, there's a lead student who prepares a presentation that summarizes the response. And step 3, the presentation is uploaded, and we have extended class discussion. Everybody looks at the presentation, and we have extended class discussion. Okay, so how do you know who's supposed to present? Students are going to essentially bid before the second class, or the second assigned reading on the schedule. So you can go to this website here and bid on your paper. And then when you prepare a presentation, that's where the Dropbox comes in. So you come over here to the Dropbox and you drop off your presentation of the reading. And you also link it to UM Drive or whatever, and then post that link back into the discussions so everyone else can find it easily. So you would post, if you're doing the first one, which you're not, because I'll do that, I would post it here. If you're the second person, you would post it here. Okay? So this is the discussion forum again, and you can see that there's a topic for each module, and it lists again for you the papers that we're reading for that day, which is really redundant because I already have that over here in content, but it's just to keep you from getting lost or confused. Okay. Alright, so that's the basic kind of overview of where things are in eCourseware. I'm making a separate video that goes into detail about the syllabus, but this is the basic layout. So you've got content here, which is all the readings, and then these fun links. You've got the Dropbox, which is for submitting your presentation and your final project. And you've got discussions where most of the class is really going to happen. We're going to go through these papers and analyze them and discuss them. Alright, thanks, and I look forward to this next semester.